Coming. Hello, Lou.
Rex?
I was wondering if you'd come. I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been?
Here and there. Around the world.
So you're busy then?
I'm getting the job done. That's what matters.
Does if you care about getting the job done. Hey, it's good to see you. Take a seat.
It's dark in here.
I know. It's an old morning habit. I like stepping out into the light.
Any particular reason?
Makes me feel profound, I guess. It's interesting that without dark, there wouldn't be any light.
That's poetic.
It doesn't make it any easier to find my coffee, though. But it does make the light more, beautiful.
It keeps your electric bill down, too.
I won't argue that. You picked an interesting day to come back. Desi and I are throwing our engagement party.
I know.
Thought you might.
You know you could do better than her.
The point is, we're in love, Lou.
But you could do better.
Better than love?
You've never understood that.
You don't understand love.
I don't need to. It won't make me a better person.
For you, that means the number of hairs you have in place. Better is something different to me.
You know why she loves you?
Yeah? I'll hear you out.
You're good to her.
Yeah, well, that's one of those things that happens when people are in love.
You're so good to her that you keep her from the truth, which serves nobody. She's not worthy of you, and you know it. I know you do. Someday, perhaps, she could be, with time, effort, but not today.
How gracious.
Grace has nothing to do with it.
Lou, we're happy together.
Honestly?
I have some errands to run. You want some music?
I don't need it.
No? But it makes things much nicer.
Jesus Christ.
Almost.
Who are you?
I'm Lou.
Well, this place isn't open for business.
Your boss let me in. I'm here for the party. Just a coffee for me, thanks. Black.
Don't touch anything. We're still unpacking.
Good morning, Gabby.
Is it?
There's half a green smoothie in the fridge. It's great for hangovers. Karaoke crowd said you were legendary last night.
Screw them.
I hope nobody minds the mess. The tile's not even done yet. Wish something else had been available.
If it bothers someone, you don't want them around anyway. Thanks. You want something to drink?
Just some pu'er tea, thanks.
What?
Gabby, we've been over this. It's that tea I like.
The stuff that smells like dirt.
Yeah. Thank you, Gabby. Oh, morning.
Good morning. Do you work here?
No, my fiance, soon to be, owns the place. We're getting engaged today.
I'm here for the party.
Oh, well, sorry, welcome. I'm Desi. Sorry I didn't see you earlier.
Rex and I go back a long way. Perhaps he's mentioned me. I'm Lou.
Sorry, I don't remember.
I'm the debt collector. Perhaps he said something about the debt collector?
Maybe. My head's been all over the place with the party and everything. I haven't seen you around before. Where do you live?
I travel a lot.
Well, is any place home?
Wherever there's work to be done,
So you're homeless.
in a way.
Well, Rex won't be here for a while. You're a bit early.
There's work to be done.
Someone's in debt?
Yes.
It's the electric Gibson, isn't it? I told Gabby not to buy that thing. She's in this Janis Joplin
I
metal
wanted
cover
to meet
band.
the woman who stole the heart of Rex. I couldn't imagine anyone worthy of him.
You're serious?
He is a remarkable man.
He is. He'll be back soon. There's someone watching in the back.
I have nothing to hide.
Are you stalking me?
No.
Are you stalking him?
I come to speak the truth, Desiree. The only thing people have to fear from me is that I'll say something they don't want to hear. I do not mock people. I do not rob people. I do not torture people. The truth is painful enough. And you sense that I speak the truth.
I don't need to know anything.
And yet you want to hear what I have to say.
Oh, I guess you read people pretty well.
There's nothing magical about it. Every thought causes an emotion, and every emotion causes a muscular reaction. An intelligent person need only take hold of the muscular reaction and follow it back like a spider web to the original emotion. Humans aren't as mystical as they think. In fact, they're not mystical at all. They're all laws and levers and binary code. Put in an emotional nickel, and I know what comes out. It's all logic. So yes, I read people pretty well.
So why are you here?
I'm here to help you. At least admit that it's hard to be with him sometimes.
I don't know what you mean.
Yes, you do. He's so good.
Oh, and I guess you would know that personally.
Yes.
Then you know how wonderful he is? He's so effortless. Most people spend their entire lives straining for riches or happiness or whatever. Pressing coal into diamonds. But he... I don't know.
Every move he makes, diamonds tumble down.
Yeah. He's traveled all over the world, speaks every language I can think of, builds all of his businesses from the ground up, loves working on this little place for some reason. And me? He loves me, Lou. It's a great life. I never have to worry about anything. It's easy. At first, I never questioned it, never thought it was odd. I just enjoyed it.
But?
It's funny. I never have to worry about him treating me badly, cheating on me. Never. He's too good. Sometimes I worry that someday he'll realize that I'm boring. That feels different.
It feels worse.
Everything else feels external somehow. Boring feels like a judgment on your soul. How do you deal with it?
I become like him.
What do you mean?
Who's the most wonderful person you know.
He is.
So give him an equal.
Is that possible?
I don't know. I don't have another option.
He chose me, Lou.
Regret only comes after the fact. Desiree, I want your relationship to triumph. That's why I'm telling you.
What do you know?
I've already told you. We go back a long way.
What does that even mean? Tell me.
It's not relevant. It's personal.
Did he do something to you?
I left before he could.
Then how could you know?
He would never say it. He's too good. But he would think it.
What do you think he would say?
I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I rarely say what people want to hear. I don't say what I want to hear. I say what's true. Speaking the truth is the highest form of respect I know. And I respect you, Desiree. That's why I'm telling you, you are not worthy of him, and you need to do something about it.
Good morning, mamacita.
Hey,
Where are you? I'm making Mexican omelets and you're missing them.
I'm at the restaurant.
Oh, have you met Lou? See if he wants some.
No.
Yes, I met Lou. He's very interesting.
He's a well-meaning guy, but melodramatic. You're there early. Do you have a surprise for me?
Be damned if I tell you.
Actually, I'm glad you called. I'm working on my speech for the party, and I thought I'd run it by you in case, I don't know, I say something horribly embarrassing. It's a little rough and gushy, but you'll get the idea.
Okay.
Desi, you are beautiful. From your eyes to your hair, to your teeth, to your lips, to your cheeks, to your neck, to your breast, to your toes. You are amazing. Every moment of the day and every moment of the night, I want to be with you. You're so beautiful. You're perfect. Come spend your life with me. Leave everything else and let's go be happy together. You caught my heart with one glance of your eyes, Desi, just a look. I love our love. It's the best thing that's happened to me. Marry me.
No.
Are you all right?
I don't know. I want to marry you, but I'm not ready for you. I love you.
What made you think this?
Lou. He was forceful.
But he didn't force you.
No.
He wouldn't dare. Why would you listen to him instead of me?
I don't know. He made so much sense.
Is our relationship just a fact? I'm your fiancé, Desi. Do you trust me?
I don't know. I'll say yes.
Don't say it out of guilt. We'll get through this. I love you.
I love you too. What's going to happen?
I don't know. What do you want right now? Should I come down?
No, not yet.
Okay. I'll see you a bit later. Lou,
Yes.
I love you too. But damn you.
Congratulations.
Shut up. So now what?
People don't realize that they are always a breath away from the most monumental decisions of their life. It's not hard. You just breathe.
You do realize what just happened. Everything's tainted.
With truth.
Maybe. Truth should feel good. It feels lonely.
But strong. It feels strong.
In a way. So what's next?
Well, now that you're free, the real work can begin. Thank you, Gabriella.
That's Miss Engel to you?
That's not your Christian name. The tea really does smell like dirt.
Where I come from, right?
I'm not trying to make you look bad.
No, you're just saying I look bad.
No, there's a difference. The former is slander, the latter is truth. Desi, I promise you, you will make your way back to him, but it'll be on your own terms. And when you arrive, he will marvel at you and beg you to never, ever leave him again.
Okay. The party's not begun yet. And Rex hasn't rejected me yet, or killed you yet. We have 1 hour. Infinite possibilities.
Perhaps.
Go.
I have only one move, being worthy.
What does that even mean?
You tell me. You took my advice.
Because you're breathing down my neck like the Grim Reaper of truth.
You sense my truth.
I sense something. Maybe it's bullshit.
No, you sense more than that. People sense truth, whether they've thought about it or not. Humans are not so far removed from animals that they've lost their animal sense, their sense for what should be done, their sense for the natural order of things. And if you've sensed it, then certainly Rex has already sensed it.
If Rex has sensed it, then why doesn't he tell me I'm not worthy himself?
He knows you can't handle it.
Why? What could happen?
This. But better this than letting your unworthiness fester and pus over the course of your life together.
Oysters turn irritants into a pearl.
And skin turns irritants into zits. You don't know which one you're gonna get. Don't give me cute analogies. I am giving you the chance to remove all doubt and give him the ultimate gift. The one he was too afraid to ask for. Gabriella, I'm gonna need some more of your horrible coffee.
If it's horrible, why do you want more?
It's effective.
So that's it?
Well, what are you waiting for? A pat on the back? You did it. Move on.
I said no to my fiance.
Yes.
It was a big sacrifice.
You did what was right. That is the reward, not other people's recognition.
Something's not right here. I used to have these dreams. They all started out different. I never saw it coming, but suddenly I would feel this huge weight pressing in on my shoulders. It would spread all over my body and smother me. All invisible. The weight of the entire universe pressing in, and I couldn't see it. It was more horrible because I couldn't see it, whatever it was. And I knew it was profound, somehow. And I was carrying it, like Atlas. And even if I didn't want to, I had to do something about it. Something's going on here, something bigger. I can feel it. Why does this hurt so bad? Why do you care so much?
I just want you to know.
No, get out of my head, you snake! I'm trying to have a party.
Started yet, but I heard some music. Are you guys open yet?
We're open. We're wide open. Hey, Lou, want to see something?
Why did you do that, you whore?
Rex was the first person I'd kissed. Wanted to see what it felt like.
And how was it?
Not as good as I'd hoped, but I did it. Lou, are you mad? Is that sulfur pouring out of your ears?
That's rhetorical.
How about some beer? Craft beer. How indulgent of me, but hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, right?
Time for mass somewhere, too.
Check off gluttony, pride, probably a little wrath. Let's see, which of the deadly no-nos have I missed? Well, sloth, for one. But that'll be hard to do with how hard I'm working at running through the deadly sins. Guess there's always good old faithful. Lust.
Desi?
No! No, don't come in!
Desi?
No, don't come in. No, don't come in.
Okay. Jude, get out.
You came just in time.
Shut up, Lou.
Where did you come from?
I was doing some prep work in the back. Lou texted me.
So you heard everything.
Yes.
I love you, but I don't know what that means.
The poets don't know either. Don't be too hard on yourself.
What do you think about it?
I think it means the deep parts of me connect with the deep parts of you deeper than with anyone else.
I just hurt you worse than anyone else.
The happy moments make it worth it. My family owns a place in the Virgin Islands on St. John's. The home is in a quiet part of the island where the water is like a jewel. For privacy, we built a red stone wall, but the home is made of a yellow brick that glows like gold at sunset. When it's dark outside, we'll have a fire roaring inside. And when it's light outside, we'll be on the beach, so there's always light. What do you say we make a fresh start of this?
Hoping to forget that this is all broken?
Or allowing it room to grow?
Sounds like paradise.
It is.
And what will you do exactly? Sit around on white pillows and listen to Gabby pluck her guitar?
Screw you! Everybody loves Janis Joplin.
There are good people there. The best. People who will understand you and who are patient and kind. We'll have all the time in the world together. And every now and then we'll have Gabby dance the Macarena.
Not on what I get paid.
It sounds wonderful.
Oblivious, you mean? Wake up, both of you! Exclusivity doesn't necessarily confer value, and it certainly doesn't help a relationship to succeed. It just creates a false hierarchy that everyone else gets the short end of.
Like who?
Like her family.
Will join us eventually. But you're right. The choice is ultimately Desi's.
Well,
I don't know. But I'll try. No. Don't come in. I smell like beer. And Jude. Cigarettes. And bacon.
I have a few errands to run before the party. I'll have my cell on me. Call if you need anything. I love you.
I love you too. Still glad you came?
I haven't decided yet. It certainly isn't a place to get a quiet cup of coffee.
Lou, you almost told a joke. That's good. You really had nothing better to do than to come down here today.
I don't know what else to do. I hate seeing people cry. And I hate myself for causing it. But I have to keep going, pursuing truth. Like there's an invisible driver whipping me forward, think to find answers. I know the weight of Atlas, its questions. Too big to ignore, too heavy. Why are we here? Why are we this way and not that way? What do we believe? You know, it's funny. On the one hand, you can brush those questions away as if they're feathers on your cheek, and you can eat and copulate and have a normal life. But on the other hand, those questions are the ancient behemoth cornerstones of humanity. And brushing them away tears out everything big and beautiful.
To not press toward those questions feels like the worst kind of quitting. Like I'd be giving up on the best part of myself. So I spend my days straining for answers. With the sweet white promise of peace in front of me and the black fire of despair behind me. And there I am, always in the middle. You know, the ultimate irony, of course, would be if those grand questions ended up not being very important at all. But I've never seen a convincing reason why they're not.
So how do you know him?
Rex was my greatest friend. I owe everything to him.
That's vague.
Were you lovers?
No.
Oh, come on. You can tell me.
Would I lie?
No.
Sex isn't the deepest desire someone can have. There are more important things, which is why I believe that moving to the Virgin Islands won't help you.
What could you possibly have against tropical paradise?
It's not the location. I enjoy a fresh squeezed mango juice as much as the next guy.
I figured you'd prefer cold places, more suffering there.
Now, suffering isn't the goal. It's just often useful. I find island warmth detoxifying.
You would make the Caribbean sound like purgatory.
No, I hate purgatory.
You prefer hell.
No,
You prefer heaven.
I prefer clarity. I prefer heaven or hell. These places are black and white. Life is based on evidence. Life is clear. You're good, you go to heaven. You're bad, you go to hell. It's nice and neat.
But what about the gray areas?
Gray is confusion. Confusion is pain. Gray is where the passive-aggressive love-hate live. And so much pain.
So black and white is what you prefer? Or what is true?
It doesn't matter to me where anyone goes, just as long as it's clear.
But what if it's not that clear?
It's because you're lazy.
Oh, lighten up, Lou.
What choice do I have? To reach the end of my life only to find out that I should have tried a little harder?
And hopefully there's mercy in the great beyond.
I won't need it.
You know what your problem is? You're a control freak. Things you can't control scare you. So you've created this alternate universe where you've made up all these laws and rules about how things go so you can feel good about yourself. And then you judge other people about how they're not following your laws and rules when really they don't believe your laws exist because there's no good reason that they should. You have your life in a death grip and you're killing it.
I have my life under control. And if you would stop looking for excuses for your pathetic life and failure of a relationship.
Is an excuse for defending your ego.
What do you know about psychology?
You went to community college for a year.
My laws are necessary.
Prove it.
If a puppy were here, would you let me step on its head?
No, that's weird and gross.
You'd probably even call me evil.
Probably.
But a puppy is innocent. If a rapist came in and tried to have his way with you, would you let me step on his head?
Yes.
So you don't object to me killing, as long as I kill bad people. Right and wrong is confusing. Life is confusing. That's why we need law. Rules are order. Rules are peace. They tell me who should live and who should die. You're afraid of me now. Not because you have any proof that I've actually killed someone, but because I've given you a glimpse of what truth is and of what you are. Stop. Don't be afraid. There's so much emotion when people really look at truth. They feel guilty, defensive, sad.
There's no need to be messy. You're not worthy of him, Desiree. And there must be amends. There must be righteousness.
Is it possible?
I don't know. But I think he deserves it, don't you? Oh, yes. Ask him. You can't tell me I'm wrong if I only talk about what can be proved.
Hello?
And his love for you cannot be proved.
Is that true?
Lou is the most honest guy I know, but not the most right. Of course, love doesn't make sense. That's partly how you could define love. Love's the thing that never gives up. Love cares more about others than about itself. Love isn't always looking for something else. It doesn't boast, doesn't have a big head, doesn't strong arm, doesn't throw a tantrum. It doesn't keep track of others' mistakes. Love is the persevering towards something great. Love is the choice we make.
It's just sentiment.
The law is love, Desi. That's all. Do you need anything else?
I think I got it from here.
I'll see you soon. Chin up.
Hungry?
A little.
Hey, Gabby, that corned beef hash thawed?
Yeah, you won't break your teeth on it.
Oh, it's not healthy.
Lighten the hell up, Lou. Thanks, Gabby.
What?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, you little demon, what's next?
We don't know that there are little demons.
As a matter of fact, Satan's probably one. Supposedly, he's a cherubim, little fat things with wings. Hard to take a baby Mephistopheles seriously.
Maybe he shouldn't have been taken seriously.
What, he's in the book for comic relief?
I just think maybe he's more naive than people think.
I'll bite. Why is he like a chubby red baby?
Why did Satan reject God?
He was an arrogant little hellraiser.
You know, that's medieval. You're saying that someone could see the creator of the universe in all of his glory, which supposedly at the end of time will make every knee bow and every tongue confess that God is the ruler of all. Someone could see that, the face of God, which, according to the record, would have killed Moses in an instant. Somebody could see that and decide that it isn't worth it. Well, then how great is God? Besides, hasn't Satan read the end of the book? I mean, supposedly he loses.
Maybe he's not much of a reader.
Maybe.
Or he knows it's not true.
Or maybe Satan made a mistake. For one brief moment, he chose the opposite path of God. Now, since eternal beings exist outside of time, in a manner of speaking, everything happens at once because there's no time to pass, which means that the history of the universe in all its entirety passes in a flash, which means that the entire history of the universe is a flash of realization to Satan that he was wrong.
What was Satan's mistake?
I don't know. Maybe he just didn't understand what God wanted.
Yeah, him and everyone else.
So what does he want?
Satan?
You're Rex. What's the secret? Nobody's telling me.
Nope, the interrogations are over, Lou.
No, they're not.
Not by a long shot. There are questions too big to be ignored.
Invisible and profound. These questions have a life of their own, and they won't let us go until they have satisfaction. It's a cage match now. Why does he desire you?
I do my kegels.
Not convincing.
Are you rich?
No.
Will you be rich?
Probably not.
Do you know powerful people?
Post office?
What?
I know the head of the post office.
Nationally?
Locally.
Are you...
He just loves me. Why can't you accept that?
No. If you think so highly of your relationship, then don't belittle it by calling it love. Love is wishful. It's weak. Try something strong, something hard, something tangible, like fact. From now on, let's just change the name to make it perfectly clear. Instead of love, let's call it desire. Try putting aside your sentimentality for a moment, and let's just talk about what can be proved.
I don't owe you anything. I don't know why Rex puts up with you because I would have thrown you into a lake of fire a long time ago. It's true love, Lou.
Let me clarify something which seems to be of great confusion to the both of you. So gird your metaphorical loins for a moment and get ready to wade through some painful reality. Love does not exist. That which is commonly called love is simply a beneficial attachment to someone or something. Now, sometimes this partnering triggers a biochemical reaction, which makes you feel attracted to that person or thing, because your relationship with that person or thing better fits you for survival on this planet.
He doesn't need you. Or me. He has everything. You know that.
Benefits can be emotion.
Benefits aren't part of it, Lou. Wrap your tiny, hard little brain around that.
Don't tell me that. Don't give me faith and expect me to take it on fact. They are two very separate things. Love is a myth. There is no fact in love. Neither I nor anybody else needs to believe in that idol.
So love is just a little golden Buddha on our shelves?
There isn't any evidence to suggest it's anything more than that. Love at its best is spirituality. At worst, it's a cult. And it should be called out as such. As you define it, love is relational mysticism.
I have a box in my apartment full of postcards and stories and dreams. Epistles of love.
Are you making a point?
Damn it, what would Darwin have to say about that?
They are unconscious techniques developed to maintain his advantageous relationship with you.
He likes my smile. Do my teeth display an evolutionary advantage?
I would say no, but his appreciation of your smile may be a projection of the practical benefits your relationship brings to him.
What about beautiful things?
They're beautiful
And amazing.
and impressive.
And something more. Something big. I mean, why beauty at all? Why do we care? Why do we feel it here? Why does it make us happy? And at the same time, why is it never as good as it should be? Why are we nostalgic for something else? Why can everyone around the world hear Beethoven and feel it together? Explain that to me.
Some audio patterns that recall beneficial moments in our past.
Really?
Yes.
What happened to you?
I'm not sure.
Honest?
I always am.
I wish I was you. Not really, but it must be nice. You must be comfortable, even though you're miserable. No questions, no unknowns. No unknowns allowed, anyway. No surprises. No nightmares. I would like that. But no dreams. Like a smart blind man. Everything in place, but no color. When I was younger, I wanted to be happy. Now I just want peace. I don't like the unknown. Fear. But I want color. And you don't have that. I want something more. I'd rather be forgiven personally than accepted generally. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to believe. Believing is tiring.
That's true.
Believing means defending.
That's true.
It's easier to not believe in anything at all.
That's a belief.
Shut up. Does it ever get any easier?
No.
You're so depressing.
That's realism.
You think he'll be here soon?
Probably, but you never know.
I should finish putting the decorations up.
What for?
Close your eyes,
No.
please. What do you see?
Nothing.
Close your ears. What do you hear?
You and nothing.
Now, keep your eyes shut, try not to breathe through your nose, and keep your ears plugged.
What?
Just don't breathe through your nose.
Oh, I have an itch in my back.
Well, we can't get rid
What?
of... Well, we can't get rid of touch now, can we? Shut up, go back. What's left? Desire. When you get rid of all the things that are being crammed into your body, you realize that there's something inside of you that wants to get out. The light of a little sun.
That's very interesting.
But that's all we have. The things that our body or soul or heart or whatever's inside of us are looking for. Cut yourself off from everything and you still have that desire, that consciousness that you can't explain away. Life doesn't logic away to nothing. If you get rid of the universe and reduce it to yourself, you just find another one on the inside.
The most brute fact.
I went to acting school for a year before college. I wasn't very good, but my teacher was interesting. He believed that the great films and plays and poems and stories were great because they all touched on these huge universal ideas. At first, I didn't even care what these ideas were. I just wanted to believe that they were universal ideas to believe in at all. I used to think humans were very separate, like billiard balls. And maybe they are. But sometimes I think we're all connected by huge things. Maybe we're looking for the same thing.
What do you want?
I want to go on a cruise.
Don't be ridiculous. They're wasteful.
But fun.
I think we can both agree that I am not a cruise person.
Everybody says that until they're on one.
Is the food good?
The food is good, but mostly it's just unlimited, pouring out of ice sculptures and chocolate fountains.
Presumably there are intoxicating beverages available.
Whatever do you mean?
Liquids that change how you feel.
You mean like coffee? But yes, there are drinks. Rivers of gin that you can swim in naked.
What?
Actually, I think I just read that in The Great Gatsby somewhere. But there's all the sun you can squeeze in. You sit on the top deck and you soak it in till it's pouring out of your eyeballs and fingernails. And then when the sun sets, you get up and you go to a show, something with men and women in tight costumes dipped in oil doing acrobatics. And then the lights come on and women come out of the ceiling on silk ropes and pour champagne all over your body.
And then what?
I don't know, maybe an orgy? Or not. Or maybe.
And after that, when the lights come up and you have a hangover and you realize you've just had unprotected sex?
Well, you take an aspirin and shower before the breakfast buffet.
I'm in. We all going?
Not Lou, that's for sure. His mood would sink the ship.
Well, maybe he needs a cruise.
I don't need anything.
Well, I do. Where do the cruises go?
All over the Caribbean. You fall asleep, rocked by the waves of one island, and wake up in a whole nother corner of paradise.
I thought you were already moving to the Virgin Islands.
But with a cruise, it would be a different island every day. Paradise after paradise.
With Rex?
I don't know. But there would be release. Have you ever gotten horny mid-morning?
Yes.
Lou,
It's happened.
come on, we're all human here. That heavy little plunk of lust falling into your pelvis, stuck for hours. You're busy working and talking and living, but it's pulling in more lust. Your hips are growing heavy, there's a buzzing in your head, your heart is pounding until finally you get to someone or yourself. And there's release. Tickle and release. Every day on the ship would be tickle and release.
And after your vein release, when you've had your fun and you realize you're penniless,
I'd join the army.
bad financial strategy.
I don't care about money. What does money get you?
Pleasure. Security.
Sex is free, or can be. Security is just power. And there is one great power.
Life and death.
Think about it, Lou. We could be generals. The whole world would be an opportunity. We would lock everything down, no unknowns. Everyone would be ours. Thousands, millions of men and women caught up in something they don't understand. Puppies looking for a teat. They will need me or they will die.
Well, let me know if you do the cruise.
I don't bring death.
No, you bring something much better, don't you? You only destroy emotional lives, not physical ones. You will bring righteousness? Well, I will bring righteousness, Lou. I will bring righteousness to the world.
With a sword? The righteous are no good dead.
But the unworthy are.
But then you leave no hope.
For what?
Redemption. Anyway, you will die eventually, and all your vain power with you.
You want hope? Okay.
I'll give you hope for the generations.
Do tell.
Well, it'd be tricky. Some people have figured it out, like Mother Teresa and Gandhi, but they had to go through some tragedy or poverty before they achieved real success. Like a comic book hero. But it's possible.
Hope is looking into the future and expecting it to be good. You can do that for everyone?
Well, I'll have to cure AIDS and poverty, something like that, but yeah.
They will all die anyway.
You wouldn't save them?
I don't know. I want to. But I can't help thinking that the person that I'm feeding soon won't need any food. The person that I'm clothing will soon be cold forever, and the person that I cure will die of the great incurable disease.
But I would have given them a better life while they're here. And hope. Hope that their children will have a better life.
And yet it's all in vain. Desiree, people have tried this. The human race isn't all stupid despite all the mistakes that we've made. Good, intelligent people have done good, intelligent things for centuries, and there is still oppression, there is still suffering, and in the end, we all die.
People have done some good.
Some. Maybe. Or maybe they were just vain people who, even at their best, were just trying to convince themselves that they were good. People just like you and me.
What would you stand for then?
Facts. I don't know how to stand for anything else. It's all I have. It's all any of us have.
What do you desire?
Something more. But desires lead to evil.
They can also be facts. You know, you're a hypocrite.
Prove it.
You're living. If there's nothing worth living for, then why are you still living?
People are born to live. I have a duty to better my species through righteousness.
Back to rules.
They're not so bad. They are guide rails for the fog.
Sounds like the last step before suicide.
I'm not that depressed.
No, you're severely bored. Just as bad.
Suicide's the coward's way out.
How dare you?
What right would I have to kill myself? The entire world is weeping and straining to figure out life, including those who have been subjected to horrible, unspeakable evil. And then some white middle-class American suddenly decides he's had enough burgers and then offs himself? No, I won't do that.
Why can't that person just comfort themselves with their beneficial resources until the bad mood passes? It doesn't make any sense, Lou. Why is there suicide at all? What are we trying to get? We're hungry because there's food. We're horny because there's sex. And then we crave meaning because... Why? It isn't as concrete as food and sex, but the desire is there. And lacking it can kill us. My college professor thought that suicide was the only problem in philosophy. She wanted to know what it was that drove healthy, successful people past Darwin and to the brink, why they were so sad that they had to go looking for answers in the great beyond. I don't know if the answer to life is there, but that's where people go looking for it. For peace. My professor said that if we could answer that question, then we'd have the answer to life. We'd know the thing that gives us meaning and the answer to why we're here and every question that comes out of that. And if that question and answer is really universal, and if we're all searching for it,
then more of us are suicidal than we think. And more dishonest, too, since we're still living.
Sometimes I think that I stay around to see if I'm wrong. Why are you alive?
Rex? My family? Something feels right there. In relationships. For me, anyway. And for most people, I think.
Yes, well, despite the wish for relationships, most people get a divorce or cheat on their partner with amazing regularity.
But they wish for it, Lou. Just because they're bad at love doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It just means they're working it out. If there isn't anything real there, then why are people lonely? Why do uncaring parents create not just untalented children, but sad children? And then there's Freud. I mean, I'm not much for psychology. I used to think Freud was a wacko. He might still be. But I read an interpretation of his works once, and it made so much sense to me. He said that for months, we are one with our mother. We hear her voice, her heartbeat. We're one with her. And then all of a sudden, we lose that oneness, and we're born as this unshaped mass, searching for some sort of meaning in the world. But there are these two large figures looming over us. They care for us, nurture us, can't speak my language but know my needs, and my unformed mind latches onto them, these gods. And I want to be close to them, to go back to that security and oneness I had before, but it doesn't happen. I get older and these figures grow more distant, and I realize how little they really know about me. And I grow more and more upset, wondering where that oneness went. And then one day, we meet friends. And maybe eventually we find someone to spend a little bit longer with. Then something feels better. It's not perfect, but there's a deeper healing there than you ever thought possible.
So love is just a biological yearning for oneness.
But it's not found with our parents, Lou. It's found with other people. With someone who may not be the most beautiful or beneficial. Someone we love. He thinks I'm beautiful, Lou. But I'm not. But he really, truly thinks I'm beautiful. God, I'm tired.
Hello?
Hello.
You need help with the decorations?
Well, I don't need help, but you can help if you want to.
I'm going to sell this business. The other places.
But you're a businessman. That's what you do.
I'd rather have time with you. We'll start something new together in the Virgin Islands, maybe a smoothie shack with booze.
So I can put some gin in my cucumber lime juice?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Practically or existentially?
I don't know.
Well, I'm getting ready for a party.
Why?
They're fun.
They're confusing.
In my experience, many of the best things are, not to be pat.
You just dismissed life as one unanswered question.
Maybe the lack is there for a reason.
Like what?
Like the things that matter are right in front of us.
That still leaves the unknown.
Well, if you want to play semantics, we could call it wonder. That way, if I don't get an answer, I can't be disappointed for long, anyway.
So you give up?
No. I dig into the wonder. When I get an answer, I get happy and sad. Happy because I have an answer. Sad because the thing I thought was so wonderful can now just be folded, put in my pocket. So I'll take wonder where I can get it. Things are still big there, beautiful. There's no walls. There's still adventure, hope. And you. I want to know you, inside and out. And we've been together this long because I never have. And we'll be together for the rest of our lives because I know I never will. So, will you marry me?
Only you, me, and Gabby have a key to this place. Gabby didn't let him in. Did you do this to me?
I just let you meet one of my...
You let hell in!
I couldn't know this would happen. Are you upset because now you have a choice?
Choice?
Pure logic. Or wonder.
Hey, boss. Sup, Desi? Place is looking pretty nice. Shit. I didn't know your friends were here. Are we late?
No. Desi, Lou, this is Mike, Ralph, and Uri. I hired them to help us celebrate, if you say yes.
Is she still thinking?
They both are. Take a seat. I'll get drinks.
Good gig.
I can't believe this. Do you even care what I've been through today?
Are you calling me a sinner so you can be a saint? Do you know what I've been through?
Oh.
Rejected by the one I love. Held at arm's length during one of the most trying moments of her life while she listens to a deceiver. You haven't suffered alone, Desi.
Why are we even talking about this? Just keep your front door key to yourself, and people like him won't come in.
Suffering doesn't mean we've failed. It's about reality. It's about life. It's about having a relationship that doesn't make you a pot on a shelf. It's about giving you a choice. I told you, people like Lou will always exist. Love is a choice. I have to give you that.
That's right. Calm down, boys.
Isn't that right?
That's right.
Who is he?
A friend.
What does that even mean? Am I going to become like him?
I don't know.
So why is he like this? What does he know that I don't know?
Nothing important. He just made his choice.
What happened?
That's a question for Lou.
I saw it from the beginning. I ignored it at first, but it was there. It would not be ignored. We could never be friends. We could never be equals. There was no use trying. I saw the end of the journey. I was dead. Right from the start, I watched you travel to the far corners of the world, shaming the brightest universities with your mind. and I marveled. I watched you step into the void and build businesses from nothing. Glorious creations that went from success to success, and I marveled. I watched you win people's minds and then their hearts. I watched you build this little diner, which you seem to enjoy so much, and fall in love with this woman. This unworthy woman. And I marveled. And I feared. I didn't understand. It was easier when I knew the rules to glory. You were great. I understood that. Then I saw something more. I didn't know what it was. I don't know what it is.
Lou, it's just love.
Then why can't I feel it?
You won't believe it. You know, you can...
Stop.
Lou doesn't have faith in faith.
No! It's not fair! Do you know what I've done for you? Do you know what I've done every waking moment of my life for you? For righteousness? While you shrug it off? A lifetime spent trying to show others what the truth is, what the standards are. And now when it really counts, when you're ready to commit your entire life for all eternity, you throw it all away. You are throwing my work away! The unknown is hell, and that's where you've sent me.
The unknown doesn't necessarily mean failure. It might mean you've hit gold.
You can keep your unknown. I can't take it.
But there's so much of it, Lou. Like why the Earth exists, why this specific Earth, why the specific size and dimensions and not others. Unless, perhaps, you know what the blueprints are. Stop me if you do. If you were there when the foundation was poured and the cornerstone put in, maybe you were sitting among the stars when it happened. Do you really think you can see and hear all things, Lou? When you can see less than 1% of the electromagnetic spectrum and hear less than 1% of the acoustic spectrum? Besides, can you even get a date with the Pleiades sisters? Stop Orion from hunting long enough for a conversation? Maybe you've already laid Venus.
Funny.
Wrestled the Great Baron Cubs.
I understand.
And why is it? Now, with all the experience and wisdom and technology of humanity, we still can't grab the Earth like a blanket and shake out evil and pain and suffering like beetles. And what can we even begin to know about consciousness and death, and what happens to consciousness after death, and why don't we? Since billions have been conscious and dying for millennia.
You could have been giving me that speech in another life. You could have lost me.
What else could I do?
Protect me?
From truth?
From him. From being part of this gamble.
It's the only honest love I know. And I hope you choose me. You know, one of the most interesting things I saw in my travels, everyone wanted to be associated with someone. Exactly whom they wanted to be associated with varied, but the most interesting thing to me was that they wanted to be associated with anyone at all. Everyone. People love the winner, or they love being associated with the group that was indifferent to winning. Or people love being part of the intelligentsia, or they love being part of the group that knew there was more to life than intellect. Everyone was after something.
Especially the people who love being associated with the group who said they weren't after anything.
I thought Amsterdam was going to be the most interesting part. But he said it was pretty good.
I don't know if this means that our friends are just the people who make us feel best about ourselves, but I do know that people want affirmation. They want love. And I found it with you. I want to marry you, Desi. That's all I've ever wanted. Unknowns have shaped what I believe as much as the knowns because I can never explain them away. Like black holes. A bunch of nothing that ends up being an important something. And that's where I think we'll find hope and grace and maybe love big enough at least to last this lifetime. And all that can tear you up, or it can
Set you free? So I've been thinking. Will you marry me?
Are we having a party now?
Well, we still need cake.
Well, then stop groping me and go get some. The bakery should be open about now.
Our door is always open. I'll be waiting outside. Boys, help Gabby in the kitchen.
You know, we did pretty good. But there's one thing we missed. Why do we exist? Why is there anything at all instead of absolutely nothing?
Brilliant people have created many brilliant theories. Some of them more scientifically minded use quantum theory to suggest that a small energy-filled vacuum tunneled its way into existence, gave birth to a microscopic matter-dense particle, which exploded into the Big Bang.
No, simple enough. But where did the vacuum come from?
You don't have to explain anything if you say that it's not a surprise that we're here, that it is the most natural thing in the world that we exist. Adherents to that belief say that we can't know what true nothingness is. It cannot be truly imagined, so therefore, it cannot exist.
Can you imagine it?
Well, I suppose there's not really a way to know if I ever got it right. And there are others who are a bit more subtle. They believe that there is a reason for why we exist, but to try to explain it is futile. Now, logic needs an explanation for why it is true. If you have an egg, you have to have a chicken. So you can never get to that final piece of logic, that final explanation, because then there'd be nothing left to explain why it is the way it is. It would have to be a brute fact. It would have to be eternal. And there are still others who say that the easiest thing to do is just accept that everything exists, that anything you can imagine exists somewhere, which is why you can imagine it at all. That there are multiple universes with every possible reality. For instance, here we are on planet Earth with people and things such as so. You don't have to explain why everything exists because everything does.
Unless just one of us could imagine absolute nothingness. Because then it would have to exist. But if everything exists, then absolute nothingness is impossible.
True, true.
What about the divine?
Ah, well, there would be a universe in which an all-powerful, all-perfect being exists. And if that God is truly all-powerful and all-perfect, then it would exist in every possible universe. So, God exists no matter what world you're in.
What do you believe?
None. None can be proved.
Then how can we know that we exist, that our consciousness is, that we even are?
We can't.
How do all those people choose what to believe?
They look at the facts, make their best guess.
They have faith? You know what feels real to me? It's the way my life turns to color when he's around. Goodbye, Lou. I'm glad you came by today. I hope you find what we found.
I hope so too.
What's this?
Poem a friend wrote for the party.
Read it to me.
Mercy is not like rain at all. It does not fall. It floats, drifts thither, a speck of a feather. Yet like rain too, whither mercy comes and goes, you can never really know. Today, it's a nun. Next, a drunk bum you least expect. His paper bag pint shares cigarettes from the homeless hag. Unbelievable. You know, I'm almost glad I'm down in this sad pit. That small, kind touch. There's so much of it. I might have missed all this. Mercy abounds, anointing all in this awful place, filled with the fallen or disgraced. Wondrous little deeds, so generous, not forced or feigned. Plain goodness, circulates, kind, patient. Rain falls, but mercy forth pours. Have, give, drink, take. Your face upraise, drown eyes, lips with its drops. Oh, one more thing. Rain stops. Mercy never stops, forever slakes this thirst. So sweet to taste.
Want some music?
Okay.
Tell me how the Big Bang felt. Was it your spark in the center of the asteroid belt? Before there was a fire, before there was a thing for us to burn. Nothing's where we came from, and nothing is where we will return. But I'm here to learn. Tell me how it felt to be birthed. Could you tell from the outset that your planet was curved? This metal table's flatter than any other matter I've seen. I looked to you, protector. Your face was a projector screen. But I'm here to find out what you mean. Tell me how you first learned to speak. Because language is the landscape that gets left to the meek. Since then it's been a mission to find the definition of strong. Either it's to flare bright or to smolder all night long. Anytime I guess I get it wrong. Before there was a fire, before there was a thing for us to burn. If nothing's where we came from, then nothing is where we will return. But I am here to learn. Tell me how your first love began. What's your inspiration for a woman and man? When you cast them in your image, did you hold a scrimmage within? In preliminary thinking, did you have an inkling who would win? What a way for love to begin. And tell me how your first love split. With hot apple cider sweetening their spit. Their bodies getting wetter, ignoring every letter of the law. If everybody's falling, then is that what we're calling a draw? What about that one, Pa? Before there was a fire, before there was a thing for us to burn. Nothing's where we came from, and nothing is where we will return. But I am here to learn. Tell me how it feels to be divine. If all of this is yours, then is any of it mine? The lilies on the nightstand, the woman holding my hand before. The tension in my shoulders, the peace dreams of soldiers at war. I am here to be sure. Tell me how it's gonna feel to die. Will it mean as little as the days passing by? Or is it like the cavemen who drill holes and trepping out their skulls to drain the evil humors and the rumors that have cluttered up their souls? Lay them in the tinder and strike down a cinder of flint. After a fire, does anyone inquire where it went? Is this all that my life meant? After the fire and after there's nothing left to burn. Nothing's where we came from, and nothing is where we will return.